coming out of studio today.
In beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina.
He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York.
He is the top talk show host on the internet today.
Here is Dee Hall.
Initiate a Jay York production. Jay York production. Jay York production.
You are in the mix with Dee Hall and the People's Show.
Coming to us out of studio today in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York. He is the number one, undisputed, top talk show host on the air today. The voice of the People Show. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Dee Hall.
Jay York production.
Hello to everybody. Good evening to you. It's kind of usually a little bit late. It's 8:30. I guess it's not late, but usually I do the show at 8:00 on Thursday. A little change up for you. Before we get into that, before we get ready to rock and shock and bring on the guests of the next 30 to 40 minutes, I want to say thank you. It's been a while. We've been off, but we're back on. Sometimes we, get off track a little bit, but we get right back on. And I want to say thank y'all for rocking with me and being here. Tonight, we've been having celebrity boxers, shall I say, come on. And we steady rolling with them. This is the third one. So, but before we get started, let me say this to you. This is an online program. It's the work of talk and discussion. This is an online talk show that educate adult audiences. Parental advisory is advised. Some things may not be censored for kids. So if you would, watch your kids, keep them close by you. And, we're going to get started here shortly. A lot of things going on in the boxing world. A lot of things going on in the world, period. So many things going on. We got big fights coming up. We'll talk about that here shortly. But first of all, I want to give everybody a round of applause. And thank you for coming up. Let's get ready. A lot of things to talk about. Got a young lady that's going to come on for the very first time onto the People Show. You know what? This is the People Show. It don't get no better. As my man Walter Waite says, the number one. Yeah, I feel like we're number one. Shouts out to everybody that's coming in here. First of all, let me say this. I had some difficulties here. I'm going to make sure that I got everything rocking right here because I had some difficulties right before I came on and I couldn't see what I wanted to see. Oh, there we go. Now I can see things. Sometimes it be that I had a lot of traffic going on the internet and I'm trying to figure out what was going on. But anyway, hello to everybody. Thank y'all for coming in. Hello to you, T-Bone. Thank you for stopping by. My man out of Fayetteville, George C. Sandler. What's happening, my man? Thank you for coming on. But enough about me. Hey, let's get my guest in here and let's talk to her. For sure, man. I know she's ready to go. She's excited, and I'm excited. And let me tell you something. It's going to be a good talk tonight. Let's go, y'all. Hey, what's happening, people? You know what? Hold up. Somebody's got a mic off here or something. Who's got that mic off? Somebody's mic is off. Y'all can hear me. Can you hear me good? I think your mic's off, Michelle.
Can you hear me now?
That's better. That's better.
Hello? That's better? Okay.
Better. Great. Yeah, the mic was off. We always we make a little mistakes here and there.
I try to get to a place that I had good reception.
You're fine. Everything looks good. Everything's clear. But is that your coach right there?
That's my coach. Yeah.
What's happening, my man? How you?
Good afternoon or good evening. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great, man. Good to see you. First time ever. You're live with me, D Hall.
And here we are out here in Philadelphia, Warrior Boxing. Let me introduce myself, I guess. My name is Josue Rivera. Josue El Guerrero Rivera, the Warrior. I've been fighting for about, been pro for like 13 years now, and we have the gym out here at Warrior Boxing for about pretty much the same time, for like 13 years, since 2011. Been going great, and now we're training her, getting her ready for a fight. She's doing good. So, just getting, little by little, getting better every day and making it happen.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a fight that's coming up, and we're also going to talk about different things, different areas that she's in. But before, Michelle, I want to say this to you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on the program. And before we get started, for the people that don't know, I want you to introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are and where you're from.
Okay, my name is Michelle Santiago. I am from New Jersey. What else do you want to know? It all started in 1976, the year I was born in Camden, New Jersey, and after that, it's history.
Yeah. I got you. We want to introduce you and your coach there. Also, glad to have him on. We've got a couple of questions we're going to ask him during this interview.
Josue.
Yeah, and what was that name again?
Josue.
My name's Josue.
Josue. Is how you spell it.
Everybody calls me JD.
JD.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't even really like to be called coach. He likes to be called JD.
I'm gonna call you just what you just said, JD. That's what I'm going to call you. If that's okay. Great. Look, let's get started. We got a lot to talk about. We got the boxing to talk about. We got the pastorate, what you're doing, and you got several different things that you're doing, and we're going to get into that. And we're definitely going to get into the boxing within the next 30 to 40 minutes. So look, and Coach JD, my man, let me start with you because you're right there. You're right next to her. How long have you been doing this?
Well, I myself, my story is my story's a long one. Before I started boxing, I was like, in the gang life, cartel, all that crazy madness. And then, I decided to change my life and, I had to grow up, blah, blah, blah. And then, I don't know, I didn't know what to do with my life. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do. And I knew that I could fight. So I walked into a boxing gym at 35 years old. And everybody, I was around 30, 33, 34. Everybody told me I was like crazy, that this would be good as a hobby, but you wouldn't be able to become pro. You're too old right now. It's, but I just made the decision and stuck with it. And I was in Puerto Rico and I started training in Caimito with Tito Trinidad, Felix Trinidad's uncle, and all them people out there. And they allowed me to come into their camp and start training, and little by little, I took to it, and then I moved out to Philly because they told me about a job, so I thought there was a job out here, and I got pretty much tricked. I sold all my stuff. I came out here, and I ended up, I didn't have anything. I didn't have $1 on me, and the job wasn't here. So then I got a job as a bouncer, and then I walked into another boxing gym where I met Jimmy Washington Jr. out here, and he's a great fighter from Philadelphia. He passed away just recently. Rest in peace. His father was Jimmy Washington, Jimmy Arthur, one of the greatest trainers in Philly, in the Boxing Hall of Fame here in Philly. Me and him, we clicked, and so I took what little money I had when I did my income tax, and I bought a little spot. And I was like, well, you can train me and I can become pro. And that was the plan. Me and him were going to I was going to become pro, and he believed in me. And before you knew it, I became a professional fighter, and the gym started to pick up with everybody locally from the thing. And I beat the Australian undefeated guy. I beat guys I wasn't supposed to. And I did good. And the career is going good because, the gym kept going, and it helped so many people. And, that's the main thing that I really enjoy about the boxing, even though now I turned 47 in 2 days. My birthday's May 18th. So, my last fight I did a couple years ago, and ever since then, just been really concentrating on, helping everybody in the gym and getting these
Hmm.
kids and all these young guys, giving them something to, look forward to, because boxing is the sport is what it is, but the craft and the way it helps discipline and it helps you just better your life. You know what I mean? And in every way, in and out of the ring. You know what I mean? Not just
Yeah.
fighting wise, but helping you build that like confidence and things. I can see how it changes a lot of the guys that come here and they build confidence. They start working in life and things start working out for them better.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah.
main thing at my gym. That it's like a club. Everybody helps everybody out. And,
Yeah.
even with her, she came in. We open arms. We took her, and just getting her ready for her fight. And
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
and that's the main thing. Everybody here is everybody's equal. That's the main
Wow.
thing. And
But you
it's
you
just
had a you
one big club. We all help each other out.
wow, you had a hell of a story there. That was outstanding there. And one thing I
Oh,
want to ask you,
and I
Michelle.
even came out.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, yeah, Michelle, I'm getting ready to get right to you. And I'm gonna come
Uh-huh.
back to you, Coach JD. Michelle, you got different things that you do, and I noticed that when I
Mhm.
read your bio and everything, it was pertain. You had something in there that interested me, which was the pastor part of it. But this is what I want to know, in conjunction with the boxing. How do you do the pastoring, knowing that you're going to knock somebody out on a Saturday night?
It's interesting that you asked that. Well, I stepped down. I stepped down from ministry maybe 3 years ago.
Oh,
So
okay, okay,
I
okay,
had an
okay.
yeah, I was ordained by an apostle in Camden, New Jersey, where I'm born and raised
Yeah,
at.
yeah, yeah,
So I used to do the type of pastor, like people kind of get all head like uptight when you say pastor and like, oh my gosh, she's so religious, she's so spiritual, blah blah blah, and everything
right,
like that. I
right.
just want to explain what type of pastor I was. I'm an ordained pastor where I can still marry people. I can go to the hospital,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
visit. I can also perform marriage ceremonies. I could do funerals. I could do all that. I did preach before. Yeah, I did preach and teach before, and I also did street ministry where I ministered
right,
to the homeless. And
right.
that is still something that is strong desire in my heart. That always will be. That
Yeah, yeah.
possibly in the future will do. But as of right now, 2.5 years ago, I completely stepped down
Okay,
from ministry. So I'm not
okay,
doing any ministry. Now,
okay.
um, I have people that I have been connected with
Right.
that still have my number that connect with me. And also, that's how my name Wonder Shell came about too, as well, because I did
Mhm.
cosplay. I
Right.
incorporated my cosplay inside the ministry that I had. The ministry that I had was Warriors for Christ.
Yeah.
Um, so Wonder Woman was incorporated in that because I have this love for Wonder Woman since I was a child. And it matched up with my name, um, Wonder Shell, put it
Hmm.
together. And I used
Yeah.
to do Comic Cons where I dressed up as Wonder Woman with my pamphlets and my cards and the whole shebang. I sold
Yeah.
jewelry too as well, and
Yeah.
introduced myself as not only Wonder Shell cosplay artist, but Pastor Michelle
Yeah. Okay.
doing
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting because I
Yeah.
was just trying to
Yeah.
figure that thing out overnight. I was like, I'm going to answer that about that. I want to say hello to some people that is came by. Sherrod Dunlap.
Okay.
Good to see him. Thank you for stopping by. Paul Capute. So they
You
roll in
stop
here
by
tonight.
too?
Yeah. Yeah. He's here
Yeah,
too, man.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Dunlap's got some jokes there for. Yeah, just because I'm not on his page don't mean I can't see.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Good to see
Yeah.
him. Good to see the crew coming here and supporting this interview tonight. If y'all would share the interview, share it. It doesn't cost a doggone thing to share this. We pumping this thing out all over. And you started boxing, and you started down. We're gonna start. Get into this right now. You started boxing in Florida, and it came in a different way for you. Can you explain to me how
Yeah.
that started? Give me a short, just tell me a little bit how it started for you.
I was in a relationship and I was going through a separation, so I was in the process of moving down to Florida. So, fooling around, just joking around, never had an interest in boxing at all whatsoever. I feel out like one of these boxing classes type thing for ladies boxing. So I said, okay, let me do that. Let me see if I get called. Sure enough, on the way down to Florida, I get called for this free boxing class. So when I come back up, in the process of doing that, I get offered a free class and I get offered a free training session. I'm sorry.
That's right.
I have a speech impediment. So anyway, long story short version, I get this phone call. I'm like, okay, let me take this class. Go and take this class. Now I knew what the guy was doing. He was joking around with me. He was a Muay Thai fighter who was training for his own upcoming fight. And he says, I want you to hit this bag. And I said, okay. So he shows me a couple moves and I hit this bag. And he's like, man, you can hit hard. And I was like, I know that's bull ass, BS. So you want me to join this class, whatever. So he was like, no. He's like, and you're Latina, you guys hit hard. You guys are strong, powerful women. I said, oh my God. I said, all right, dude, I'll take the class. So I took the class. And, I got I'm kind of like JD. He told you a little bit about his background. I have a background too. That's how I became, who I am today. But, I had a background on the street, a lot of aggression inside me, a lot of anger. A woman's hustle is different from a man's hustle. I did time and I did my share of things and I got in trouble too. And I did a year in prison and let me see. 2.5 years on probation and then finally got released. And it seems like that book, that, they say open book, your life is an open book. That book is still very much open because, my past always comes to haunt me. But with saying that, there was something that happened between me and boxing at that time. And it didn't. One day I'm at a Muay Thai fight in Florida with my cousins. She's going out with a Muay Thai fighter, because I finally moved down to Florida, and I took everything from Jersey that I was learning with the trainer. Right. She hooks me up with her boyfriend, and I'm like, okay, dude, I'm like all about. And one thing I learned in boxing is not just about mitt work, because you have to learn defense and sparring. But I loved hitting the mitts. I love doing pad work. And just a love and a desire and a passion for it just became so strong. So when I was at that fight, there was a guy standing right next to me and I'm doing all the hand movements, kind of like if you've ever seen $1 Million Baby, how he's watching the movie, he's doing the hand movement and everything. I do the hand movements, the guy sits down and he's like, are you a fighter? And I said, well, kind of, sort of, but, I didn't want to claim myself as a fighter, but that's how I met my first boxing coach. And he said, well, I'm a boxing coach. I could teach you how to box if you are interested in it. So I really had no interest in boxing. I wanted to do like all this other crazy stuff. And he gave me a free session. Yeah, he offered me a free session. So I did a free session with him. And I don't want to compare them, but they're, there's some things that are similar between both of them. But I learned more with him in 1 hour session that I did the whole time I was Muay Thai training. And I don't know if it was like a one-on-one, because it was a one-on-one thing, but this desire to box just like came fully strong. And he's a former Golden Glove champion, twice Silver Glove. And he literally taught me. He taught me how to defend myself. But I never fought. I never sparred. I never, got in the ring with anybody. So that, and he ended up my boyfriend. We started dating. We got married. 10 years later, we're divorced. 4 years later, we're still friends. And he comes, the opportunity to get on the celebrity boxing platform comes through Paul Kabuti, promoter. He sees all the cosplay that I do, and he's like, hey, have you ever thought about boxing? Has no idea that I have a little bit of a boxing background. And the opportunity to get on the platform comes. And then, so talk about 4 years of rusty, not training for 4 years, because once I got divorced, I didn't want nothing to do with boxing again. But then I guess once you have a passion and desire for something that's that's there, and you may try to like tuck it away in your heart, it's
Yeah.
gonna always be there. So it came back. It
Okay.
came back. It came back the
Came
moment
back.
I started training again.
Yeah, it came back.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Name on Jay York. Jay York is here. What's happening, my man Jay York?
JD.
Yeah. Well, Jay York, and well, we got JD and we got Jay York. Jay York is the producer, the manager of the program. But then we got JD. So we got JD, the coach. Yeah, JD, good to see you. I want to thank everybody for joining. Share the video one time. I appreciate y'all for coming in. My man Jay York says, guess what he says? He says, Wonder Woman. There you go. Johnny Knuckles. What's up, Johnny Knuckles? My man, what's happening,
Johnny
brother?
Knuckles.
Yeah, he's on. Thank you for stopping by and coming in. Man, we are having a great show so far. And that's what I was getting ready to ask you.
I like to call Johnny Knuckles Irish whiskey.
But yeah, that's what I was getting ready to ask you. I mean, you trained, you got the MMA style. What's the other one? Maya Dayu? I think that's right.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai. I can't pronounce shit right, so don't worry about that.
Right. I'm Puerto Rican too, so
yeah. Hey, shit, hell. But anyway, kickboxing. How do you learn so much in a point of time? How do you learn all that stuff?
I think that the more you practice, what I it's so funny. Like I think I walk into this gym and I come to meet JD one day. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, a lot of it's muscle memory. Because if you don't, it's like when you go in, when you walk into a gym and there's weights. The weights are not going to lift themselves. You have to do the work. So you have to put the work in to see results. So I noticed that the more work that I put in, I see the results of my form changing and my footwork changing and the way that I'm hitting and just the style different. So yeah, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, dedication, and practice.
So it does take a long time to combine all that together. But your main thing is boxing, though. Your main thing is boxing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my passion, my love, desire is boxing. More so, and I think, now that I'm talking about it, and I'm thinking about training sessions that I've had with both JD and my former coach with footwork. A lot of it is learning the footwork that you need for the proper sport that you're fighting, because I think that I'm off on my footwork because of the fact that I have a little bit of a Muay Thai background. Because your stance is so much differently when you're doing kickboxing.
Yeah. JD, when you saw her, I'm just as a fighter, what did you see that you could, what made you want to coach her and be a part of her profession? What did you see in her, in other words?
Well, here at Warrior, my place, my doors are open for everybody. We have pros, we have amateurs, we have people that just want to get in shape, kids that just, from all ages and everybody. I have, people that are in the Golden Gloves. I have a couple pros. So my doors are open for everybody. She got in touch with me. And even before I knew her, I was like, of course I'll train you, you know what I mean? Because that's what I do for a living. That's what we do here. It's more like a club. You like the atmosphere. You come in, everybody helps everybody. And what I saw is that I could work with her. That's the main thing. That we have to have a good rapport. We have to have communication. Because there's a lot of fighters that come in here and they think they know what they think they know, and then it's like when you go into a doctor's office. You know what I mean? And you tell him he really doesn't have to ask you anything. He already knows what shape you're in, but he'll ask you, do you smoke? No, bullshit.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? So I knew exactly where she's at and what we needed to do and what we need to go to get what we're doing. You know what I mean? And right now with this fight that she has ahead, I've seen her opponent and I know where she's at and where that opponent is, and we can surpass that and we can work hard and get there and keep going. Everybody, everyone, all it takes is you wanting to do it. A lot of effort. Like even with myself, when I'm, like they told, oh, you're too old, whatever. And you just gotta really, really just want to do it. As long as you got. And she has most of all in boxing, you need heart, and she's got that. So she's willing to put in the work, put in the effort, and put in the time, and that's how we're gonna get where we need, because she could, and she has the talent to do it. So we're doing.
Did you say? Did you say you was in a Trinidad camp? Felix Trinidad camp. Did you say you was in that camp?
I was with Felix Trinidad. I was with Ivan Calderon, Daniel Santos, and then I got lucky when I came out here. I was even in the movie Creed. Boxing has absolutely changed my life and bettered my life. That's another reason why, when I fought, I too am like religious, not in a way where I like, I'm very spiritual, and it got to the point where, boxing, I would see how hard my opponents would work and come with their families, and I don't want to beat up these people. So it's just like I'd rather do what I'm doing. Like I like to train these kids and watch them grow and become better people, and compete and do their thing. Me, that's why I'm not really into competing anymore myself. Not because I don't like to, because I do. I love to fight, and I love the sport. I love the craft, but I don't want to break no one's dreams. I want to help build them. I don't want to destroy them anymore.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And that's great, man. That you want to help and build and
going good and and that's what this place is about. Here, I want everybody to feel well. And with her, she did great. She came here and she's part of the team already. We help her out, and everybody, like I said, it's a club. It's not just me. It's a bunch of assistants, and I have all my students to help out. We all help each other out.
Yeah.
And she's doing great. It's just day by day, and it's not only about being good in the ring. It's about becoming a better person and being happy and mind, body, spirit. You know what I mean? So as long as she does a great job in the fight and she's happy, win, lose, or draw, that's all it's about. It's about just feeling good about yourself and making it to that level where you love you.
Right.
That's what boxing is about. It's about getting better.
Michelle, question. Got a question for you. You was trained by your ex-husband, how was that experience for you? He was your trainer. He was your husband. How did that work for you?
I don't know. It's just, I think it's a Latina thing, Puerto Rican thing. But men who are fighters, they have like this thing. It's like an ego, like a machismo, like you call it in Spanish. So it was just as the wife, it was okay. Like as the girlfriend, it was okay. But then when I became the wife, a lot of it changed because he very strong, demanding man. He wasn't controlling, but he I think his attitude was during the time that I was with him was that he wanted to make sure that I knew how to defend myself if I ever got in trouble, if there ever was a problem. And that's what he did. He taught me how to train. He taught me how to defend myself. So I don't think he wanted me to fight. I think he lied. I actually think he lied to me because I wanted to fight. I got to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm ready. I want to fight. I want to fight. But like I was saying earlier, hitting mitts is one thing, but learning how to defend yourself, like when it's like people love to hit things, but to be able to receive and accept punches back, a lot of people don't like to get hit, so it's like, it could be just a workout thing, and for a long time, it was a workout thing. But then when I got to the point where I said, no, I actually really want to fight, I guess his husband hat went up, and he didn't want that to happen.
Great. Great. Gotcha. Yeah. Call in number 919-410-8736. If anyone wants to call
Jay York wanted me to do a Wonder Woman spin.
Jay says the people want to see you do a Wonder Woman spin.
A Wonder Woman spin. I don't have. Oh my God.
That was
I'll tell you what. I'll do it right before we sign off. I'll do it. I'll do it. I
got
do
you.
know how to do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool then. Whoa, wait,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
It goes with the acting part of it.
Yeah. Let's get into the celebrate boxing. Let's get into the boxing. That's what we're here for. And
Okay.
JD, we're gonna ask you some more questions here too. How did you get hooked up with celebrate boxing?
Celebrity boxing.
The
Well, like I
celebrity,
mentioned before,
whatever the hell the name
let's
is.
yeah, celebrity. It's just like I mean, I love God so much because he just he does things always in order. I
Yeah.
just like I have a strong faith in God. So just the way that it happened, like I said, Paul Caputi, a friend from high school, on my Facebook sees the cosplay pictures,
Mhm.
and I guess there's a lot of cosplay artists who become fighters or get involved in wrestling and everything like that because it goes with like your persona of who you are, the character you're portraying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I said, Wonder Woman I had a love for Wonder Woman since I was a child. I used to watch Linda Carter on TV when I
That's
was a
right.
kid,
Yeah.
run
Yeah.
around from one sofa. I come from a old fashion Hispanic family where we
Right.
had the plastic covers on the seats and the hard tables, and I would jump from one sofa to another. So Wonder Woman was, I guess, the mantle of that, and then cosplay,
Mm. Mhm. Mhm.
getting noticed by someone who mentions the boxing platform, has no idea about my past or whatever. Shared a little bit
Mhm.
about it with him. He actually during the time, like I said, I was doing the Wonder Woman cosplay and the Comic Cons and everything like that. He said I could promote your business, and I was like, "Oh, cool," And I
Mhm.
had no idea I was going to fight. I really did.
Right.
Had
Right.
no idea what I was walking into at all. I mean, celebrity boxing is that 15-minute platform for you to get on there and just do
Right.
your thing to get exposure, and it's an
Right.
entertainment platform. So I'm looking at it. I was looking at it from a whole different avenue, whole different level. I had no idea what I was walking into. And then, you know, I'm training for weeks, and
Mhm.
I'm training with another trainer, not my ex-husband, another
Right. Right.
trainer, and I'm having a hard time with him because he never trained a woman before, so it wasn't computing. Like everything
Right.
I was doing
Right.
wasn't computing.
Beauty.
And
Yeah.
he's an excellent coach because he works with Jason as well, so he's an excellent coach.
Yeah.
But he pulled out 2 weeks before the fight. He couldn't be my corner man, so I'm left with no one, no trainer. 2 weeks before the fight, and I called my ex-husband, and he comes and he helps me. So he didn't have
Yeah.
enough time to work with me. So this platform was just not everything that I thought it would be when I celebrity boxing wasn't everything that I thought it was going to be when I walked on it. But
Right.
you know what? I do give the platform credit because following went up sky high.
Yeah.
Networking with
Yeah.
people. I had people after the fight come up to me. Oh, you're beautiful. Have you ever modeled?
Right.
Would you like to act? Would you like a part in this movie? Or
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
karate. Would you like to come in karate and stuff like that? Stuff like that.
So
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 And
so
right
so
now, the celebrity boxing is moving. Like it's making, with the celeb, like Aaron Carter was just on it, and he fought with like different Ice T with different celebrities that are coming on, and so it's coming on. It's like it's entertaining. They have
yeah.
different celebrities that come on and fight
So
and
so so
an
in
hour
other
in the ring.
words, and this is just me saying, so it has opened up a lot of doors for both of you guys.
absolutely,
Yeah. That's
absolutely,
that's
Well,
the
absolutely.
whole
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not in the celebrity box.
Yeah. No, well, okay, okay.
He's familiar with celebrity boxing. Let's just put it like
I know about the celebrity boxing, and but I don't fight in celebrity boxing. I'm a
JD,
professional boxer.
don't put me in that shit.
Yeah.
I'll be in the corner. I'll watch. No problem.
Yeah.
But it's a great entertainment. It's great, and it's great outlet for
Yeah.
everybody, for these guys to go and do their thing. It's great. But
Yeah.
for me,
So but you train her you're training. You're her coach, so you do train her for celebrity boxing, though, right?
Well, I'm training her to go out there and box for real. I hope that girl's not going. I hope she's going out there to train for real too. That's what I'm telling her. I don't think that because we train here for real.
So in other words, you're saying, hey, you got to go out there and do the real thing. I'm training you to do kick some ass. That's what I'm training you to do.
Yeah, we're going out there like somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, got it. Let's get right down onto the nitty gritty now. You got a fight coming up, and this lady, Pound Cake. Oh, now we're getting into the nitty gritty. Now, I know you guys had a fight. I know you guys had a fight before, and you lost to this. Lost the fight, but you're coming back and you want to fight her again. Am I correct on that? You're going to fight her again.
Yeah.
What's going to be different in this fight than the first fight?
Like JB said, everything. I think my mind is in the game. I know I know that my mind is completely in the game. Right. Boxing, and I don't. Technique wise,
definitely different because before whatever she knew before, it'll be totally different. Now we'll be using the ring. We'll be using. We're not going to just go in there and and use our instinct. We have a game plan. We have technique. We're going in there, with. It's not just going to be, let's see what happens. We know what we got to go do to make it happen. So,
right. Now, is this is this the MMA or is this boxing? I'm saying.
All right. So this is what's confusing about this whole situation. Like that's why I'm laughing, because JD said what he said about celebrity boxing. So there's just a tiny issue that I have to fix with celebrity boxing. Once that issue's finished, I'm able to fight back on the platform again. So I just want to clear that up, so that way if anybody's watching, they know that. So there is the possibility of me fighting back on celebrity boxing very soon, but there was a lot of, people talk smack in boxing. There's a boxing game. Women talk smack a different way than men do. Women can be pretty, or they can be bitches. Excuse my language. But so I'm telling you, Don, like I would have let this go. She beat my ass in the ring. I would have let it go. I would have just let it go. But there was no sportsmanship after this fight. There was just a lot of smack talk, and there's still a lot of smack talk. And I got offered I got a message asking me, would I be willing to take her on in an MMA fight? And I said, yeah, I have a background in it. Why not? So long story short version, she asked me to quote her price on what, my damage would be if I actually took on a fight with her. And I quoted a price, and I was actually lowballing myself, because then they came back with a better offer. And I said, wow, it would be actually my first, MMA fight. So after negotiation, finally a contract just went through, and it's being sent to me in the mail. And I decided. So I'm just going to put it like this. There was just so much. I'm telling you, I learned a lot through this fight. There was so much that went on before this fight, after the fight. I mean, there was a lot of dog walk talking, and it became personal. I just have to say, it became personal. It became personal because it went through the skin and touched the core of my heart, because just the disrespect was there. And it was just too much to ask for a worthy opponent, someone that I could actually get in the ring with and fight for a good cause, or fight.
So let me stop you right there.
Go ahead.
This is what I want to know. So this is it's going beyond boxing. This is more personal than just fighting.
This particular fight, yes, it is. It's personal.
Okay, it's personal. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever have another opponent like that, but this one right now, I need to knock this one out of the park first.
Okay. Okay. So you want
Yeah.
to so this is it. This is what you want. Y'all going to do the MMA fighting, and
Yeah.
the winner takes it all in a sense. In a,
Well, actually, it's a two-way. So,
okay. Okay. Is there a
I
rematch?
mean, yeah, but is it a rematch? What do you mean?
It-
Is there a
what,
rematch
what,
after this one?
yeah. A trilogy?
No, I'll be done with her. I'll no. I mean, unless who knows? The
Money's
Lord,
good. The money's good enough.
the Lord is in my favor. Hey,
Oh, okay,
what's
okay, okay,
up?
okay.
Offer you a good
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm trying to,
Yeah.
this is good. This is good. I like this. I like this because this is
So,
what it
so
comes down to. Yeah,
I just want to clarify too.
go
Also,
ahead. Go ahead.
so I officially maybe two, three times live, not live, maybe one time on live on video and messages. I mean, posts and everything. I kept on re-challenging her to asking her for a rematch on any platform. It didn't have to be
Right.
celebrity boxing. So
Okay.
that's how this MMA came about. So
Came around.
it wasn't just
Okay.
boxing. I said, I'll fight you anywhere. You want to do street fight? Let's do street fighting, and but I was talking a lot of, I was angry
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
So I was talking a lot of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I just want John to get the understanding of what's taking place here because I know there was a lot of back and forth, yick and yak, and so I'm learning what's going on, and it's
Hmm.
out now. So y'all share the video. This is hot stuff here. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
This is hot
Yeah.
stuff.
I call her, she's a beautiful woman. I call her Boo Boo Kitty. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my
Okay.
nickname for her.
Okay, great, great, great. Well,
Yeah.
I want to say hello to some people that's coming in here. Michael Beha, my man, how you doing, man? Thank you for stopping in. And matter of fact, let me give you a round of applause. He's always coming in. He said, it's late. It ain't never too late, Michael. When you come in, it ain't never too late. Tonight, yeah, it is 8. Normally we come on at 8 on Thursdays, but we always, me and Jay, we try to work with everybody to the best of our ability. As far as being, I'm a host and he's the producer and all that good stuff. So when is this fight going to take place?
Um, well, I'm waiting for like I said, I'm waiting for the contract in the mail, but the date is set for August the 24th in Portland, Maine.
Okay, Portland, Maine. Wow. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's
Yeah.
a long
And
ways up there.
it will be a cage fight, upper body, not too much
Okay,
leg
okay, okay, okay,
fighting.
okay.
So there's like
Yeah.
set rules, pretty much. There are no takedowns, I guess,
Yeah.
and
Just
no. So it's pretty much just
Okay.
gonna be bought stand up striking in a octagon.
yeah.
So
So
it's
it's not
just
really like MMA.
right. It's just the upper body fighting. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's no
Jay
rules,
says.
which is great.
Jay
Jay
says
York.
where. Well, you're not pastoring anymore, but he said, "Where do you pastor, and what does the congregation think of you fighting?"
All right, so I don't pastor anymore. I am an ordained pastor. There's a difference. When you're pastoring, you are a part of a congregation. I'm not a part of a congregation anymore. I actually went to my apostle and I asked him and I told
Right.
him that I was stepping down.
Right.
But
Right.
I was affiliated with an organization in Camden, New Jersey.
Okay. Okay. What's up, Paul?
So
Paul doing? Go
and
ahead.
my apostle did not. He said, "What made you want to box again?" I said, "Well, I want to hit something. I've been through a lot."
Good answer.
So
Hey, that
yeah,
was yeah, that was
yeah,
hey, that was a great answer. I like that. All right. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Hit some. I want to hit something too. I don't want to get hit, but I want to hit something. But that's a part of the game. You
Yeah.
got to get it. All right, look, we're gonna wind this thing down. Some big fights coming up this week. In the next couple of months or so. So, JD, I want to ask you this: who do you have? Tyson Fury or Ola Anderle Yusuf? I can't get that name out, but anyway, you know who I'm talking
Well,
about. Heavyweight.
that fight that is actually really cool because the fight's actually happening on my birthday,
Okay.
and I'm really looking forward to that fight. Tyson Fury, he's great. He's great. He's undefeated. He's been doing really good. But then, his opponent is amazing, and he's really good too. And I really like him because his attitude and just the way he is, and like he's good. I would love it to go. It's gonna be a great fight. I would love for Tyson, Amanda. It should go. I don't know which way it will go, but it would be great to see the underdog win.
Yeah, the underdog. Okay, underdog. Yeah, okay. What you think about that, Michelle? Who you like in that fight?
I don't know too much about the other fighter, but
he's great.
But you did bring up Tyson. You brought up Tyson, right?
Fury. Tyson Fury. He's fighting Olalander Yusuf.
All right, so I'm not familiar with those two. I thought you were talking about Mike Tyson and Logan Paul.
He beat Joshua, and Joshua just beat Joshua just beat that the UFC fighter that came up. He knocked him out in one punch.
Yeah.
So this can be a good fight because then after whoever wins this Yusuf and this Tyson fight will fight Joshua, and that is going to be a great fight. Well, even though Yusuf beat Joshua, Yusuf already beat Joshua once.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I'll be very interested to find out who Conor McGregor is going to fight.
Conor McGregor.
I hear you.
Conor McGregor. He's going to have to fight getting out of rehab first.
Jay says you attend that same. Jay says you attend that same church. Do you still attend that church?
So Jay must know me personally. I don't know who Jay is, but yes, a church in Camden. No, I do not.
You don't know?
No, I do not.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You don't know who?
Is he gonna come online?
You don't know who Jay York is?
I looked at his profile. I know. Oh my God! Now I feel bad.
Jay York is the one that did your video. It did your promo.
Yes, I know, but I know that. I know all that, but he's asking me about a church and my background. No, I do not go to that church anymore.
Okay.
But I every once in a while I do talk to some people that attend the church.
Okay.
Yeah, and let me just say this: the apostle, the man who ordained me, who was and will always still be my spiritual father because he's the one that ordained me. I have mad love in my heart for, always will. I will always consider myself one of his spiritual daughters. But we just towards the end we bumped heads on a lot of different things, and it was part of the reason why I stepped down from the ministry. Yeah.
Okay, it's cool. We got you. We all bump heads a little bit.
And I'm not saying that I won't pick it up in the future.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Y'all want to shout out my man Paul Dump. Thank you for stopping in. Good friend of mine. Thank you for stopping by, brother. Another fight: Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. What do y'all think about
that? If Mike Tyson does not knock this kid out, I don't know. That's gonna look bad. It's gonna look really bad. I would hope that Mike Tyson makes easy work of Jake Paul. Jake Paul, the kid's smart, man. People like to talk about him, but hey, he's got $1 bazillion. He is actually making where people are watching boxing right now. Boxing in itself, the whole sport. I love the craft, but the sport is corrupt. The fights are horrible. The judges, I don't know what fights they're watching. It's even like with the last fight with Garcia. One of the judges scored it as a draw when he had just knocked him down 3 times. That was to fire him instantly. It just shows like how corrupt it can get. And that's the main thing. Like we just want to watch this. They think that people are more into the drama, even with the UFC. Like even the Conor McGregor hasn't fought in over 5 years, and people are just like, on the edge of their seat waiting for this guy to fight. So it's more like it's like become almost like a WWE kind of wrestling thing. It should be about the sport, and hopefully boxing gets some good fighters and we get back to it.
For sure. Man, wow.
This weekend, hopefully it's a good fight. Look, no drama, good fights.
That's right. No drama, no good fights. Look, we're going to close this thing, show this shut it down here shortly.
Shout out from Philadelphia, and thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, you're great. Anytime. Look, Michelle, we're gonna close it. We're gonna shut it on down here. But and I want to ask you this, and any questions that you got? Let me ask you that. Any questions you got for me? Either one of you. Any questions?
Any questions? I don't know. You were doing all the questioning. Now you're making me think. What should I ask you?
Well, I like to try to give the guests a chance to ask me a question or two if they have one.
Would I be able to come back on your show?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah?
great. We bring people back. Yeah, we bring people back.
Anytime you're in Philadelphia, come on down to Warrior Boxing. Check us out.
Okay.
Hit the bag.
Yeah, I'll come in there. Hell, maybe the bag might hit me.
I probably would.
After an hour, you come in here in an hour, you'll be a different person. Trust me.
I believe it. I need to come in there. I definitely.
Hey, I don't knock old school fighters. You be an old school fighter.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Look, everybody else. I'd love to have both of you back on the show. Thank you, JD.
Okay.
This right here for you. Well, here we go. This is the last one. I've always asked this to all my guests. What does the D Hall People Show and J York Productions mean to you?
You know what? I just want to thank you for the opportunity for being on. I actually had offers for interviews after this fight, and you were the one who offered it. And I know we kept on juggling around with dates and everything, but I super excited because I felt like I got some things off my chest,
Oh yeah.
And I was very adamant. I had to come to the gym. But when you got the phone, when you sent me the text yesterday, I was like, no, I'm gonna text him right now to see if I can do it at the gym, because I was very adamant about, like, I'm not gonna wait and see if he calls in. I need to get him in this interview because I wanted to bring exposure to him and also the gym and show everybody where I'm at now. That's great. My boxing, training.
Well, this is what I want to say to both of you. This is what I want to say to both of you guys.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I thought that might be entertaining. But look, it's been a great show. I thank y'all for coming on, being Jay and JD. You did a great job tonight. Keep her focused, keep her, because I know you're gonna keep her in right directions. And Michelle, we appreciate you coming on the program. We worked it out, got everything worked out, and the dates and everything. But sometimes it be like that, and I thank you for being a part of the program tonight. Thank y'all. You too, JD. Thank y'all so much.
I hope her opponent sees this so she knows she's in trouble. We ain't going over to play.
Oh, look. Oh,
see, that's why you incorporate your coach.
That's right. The trash talker. Look, how can the people find you? How can the people find you?
How do the people?
Yeah, the people.
People find me. You can. I'm gonna do a wonder.
Okay. Go ahead, Jay.
Okay.
Jay, here you go.
So if you've ever, I grew up watching Linda Carter. So even Linda Carter, she was on the show. She was on a show, and she was showing the proper way to do it. But what you do is you kind of like wave your hands together, and then it's complete awesome turn.
Okay, yeah, great. All right. Hey, that was great.
Yeah.
Hey, let me give you applause for that one there. That was all right. That was great. Thank you so much.
So you can I do a lot of fooling around on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. So I have my own TikTok account, but you can find me at Wondershell, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Download videos and content, and I'm always, like I said, the content has built up. So when I get more information, once I receive the paperwork and I look over it, I'm going to take it to a lawyer. And, once everything is finalized, then I will put all the information for this upcoming fight up on the platform so everyone can see. So at Wonder Show on Instant, at Michelle Santiago on Facebook, and also Wonder Show on TikTok.
Okay, great. Look, it's been wonderful. We'll catch you next time. We'll see you. Hopefully, we'll get you back on the show before the end of the year out. We thank you so much.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, maybe after the match.
Yeah. All right. Now, catch you later. Take care.
All right. See you soon. Bye.
All right. Bye. Hey, wow, great show there. Thank y'all for watching the show. Thank y'all for being a part of what we do here. Me and Jay. Yeah, great show tonight. Enjoyed it. Sometimes we go a little bit longer for the people. And tonight is Thursday night. We do shows on Thursday night. Look, hope to see you Sunday. I'll be back. I'll probably be doing something, talking with y'all. I love to bring y'all on Sunday. I'm gonna open up the doors for everybody to come on and call in. Call in. You got to call in, man. You got to call in. Talk to me and Jay. Look, we'll see you. Hopefully Sunday we'll be back, and we're just lining up things for sure. We're getting things lined up, and I hope you can join us then. Look, we get ready to get out of here. I hope to see you Sunday. Man, let me get back. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for it. I think I've got it right here. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. See y'all later.
Coming out of studio today.
In beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina.
He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York.
He is the top talk show host on the internet today.
Here is Dee Hall.
Initiate a Jay York production. Jay York production. Jay York production.